Hello, and welcome to In the DeNovo. I'm Will Grace, founder and managing director here at DeNovo Treasury, where we empower leaders of community financial institutions entering commercial and industrial banking with expertise for their strategic investment in treasury management products and services. We prioritize the how over the what. We believe in a collaborative journey and go beyond traditional services by actively transferring treasury management expertise to our clients. Thank you for joining us and staying in the know within the DeNovo. What do you think the challenges and ethical implications are of AI?
Yeah, I mean, I think you spoke to it. I mean, I think the very first thing is really job displacement for sure. When you're automating processes and you're generating, on the knowledge work side, content. And you can work for long hours. I think there's lots of opportunity for job displacement for kind of the tasks there. Obviously things change, and I think there's I think Sam Altman, who's the one of the founders of OpenAI, sees a greater opportunity for people to work less. So is job displacement something we should be concerned about? Probably, but I think it kind of leads to other things as we advance as a society, I guess. I think there's huge potential for bias and discrimination based on previous models that are created. We've had lots and lots of issues, obviously, in the past in financial services, as an example, from a discriminatory standpoint, and if models learn data behavior based on that, it's continued to be potential for bias and discrimination on things. That's definitely a risk. I think the things that come in the news, I think around hallucinations is super interesting. But hallucination is AI producing inaccurate results, I guess, because data that it was trained upon was insufficient, biased. So there could be there's an example of a chatbot that is using AI that effectively gave away a car for $100 or something like that out there. There's different examples where hallucinations happen. I think people have heard maybe the case where an attorney used AI and ChatGPT to try to respond to legal case, ended up producing a fake case law. The person ended up getting fired. But things like that, I think, are going to continue to happen, unfortunately. But that's why it's important to have really a human in the loop that kind of understands the output, not necessarily relying on it completely. I think another concern is privacy. I think there's lots of data collection that's going on, and I think there's opportunity for that. I mean, we've been living in the world of Google and Facebook and everything for the last decade plus, 15 years. Having more access to data, there's obviously huge privacy concerns, and data breaches become an issue, even more so of knowing a lot more about us as individuals. I think that's some of them. I think ethical, I think, transparency, inclusivity, again, is really a big thing that's potentially harmful, both on the user side, but also on the business side. And then finally, I guess the other thing to note is because the technology is really powered by consumption of energy effectively. I think that's something that we're going to have to think about as more and more desire for data requires faster chips, which requires more energy. So there's always the consumption of energy that's going to be an ethical issue for us to continue to tackle.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't think about the bias piece that you mentioned. I wonder if though you could teach it to manage out the bias though too, right? And
so totally, I'm working
take out the human element piece of bias, right?
Totally.
You hope, right?
Yeah. I'm looking at there's a couple of companies that are out there that that are trying to figure out how to do lending models that are more fair.
Yeah, right.
Using AI to crack that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Thanks for tuning into this episode of In the DeNovo. For more content like the video we shared today, check out our website at DeNovoTreasury.com and our YouTube channel at DeNovo Treasury. Thanks, and see you next time.